Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Warner, Overtime Athletes. For today's video, let's go into a 5-minute mobility routine, blanket routine for all athletes in the lower body. This is going to be performed after our dynamic warm-up. So our dynamic warm-up typically takes about 10 minutes where we really elevate tissue temperature, put the body through different ranges of motion. And then once we get after that, we can have a little bit more intense, focused mobility routine where we cover everything in the hips, right? And then we can focus on then better quality repetition when we get into our more dynamic work. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, let's get right into it. So the first one we're gonna do is gonna be a groiner. So I'm gonna ask the athlete to get into a push-up position, plank position here. What they're gonna do is they're gonna extend their foot all the way outside of their hand. They're gonna focus on pushing their hip to the ground, right? And being able to drive this elbow down on the inside. Then they're gonna flip and alternate for me. And each time I'm gonna ask the athlete to try to get a little bit deeper on each of these. This is gonna be a set of 20, so you got 10 each side. Right from there, we're gonna pop up onto one knee and we're gonna go hip flexor to half split, right? So the athlete's gonna focus from this position, be able to focus on driving the hip forward, and then they're gonna drive themselves back, straighten out their leg, they're gonna pull their toe to their chin, and they're gonna slump down. So I actually want you in a rounded back position, and I want you slumping down, pulling your chin down, trying to extend here, push forward, drive back, push forward, drive back, and we're gonna go 10 on each side of these. Immediately from there, they're gonna get into the 90-90 position. Now there's a million ways to do this. Just to keep it simple, I essentially want the knees at a 90-degree angle. From here, the athlete's gonna focus on trying, if they can, to try to keep their torso as long as they can, not put their hands back. From here, they're gonna drive that knee up. They're gonna rotate through, internally and externally rotating at the hip, going back and forth, right? If you wanna add a little bit extra, you can obviously drive your chest over that front. You can lift up the back leg, right? There's little cues that you can add to this to intensify the stretch and get a little bit more range of motion. Immediately after the 90-90, we're gonna get on all fours. From here, we're gonna kick this leg back. We're gonna go more of an adductor, right? So this is going to be a groin rock back. So you're gonna kick that leg out. I wanna keep that ankle cocked, toe to the top of the shoe. What you wanna do here is you wanna try to drive this knee that's bent out as far as you can comfortably. And the athlete's just gonna sit the hips back, really stretching that groin, that adductor, come forward, release, and then try to get a little bit deeper each time. Again, like the other ones, we have 10 repetitions on each side. Now, since we're in this stance, what we wanna do with the hip being a mobile joint is we're gonna go ahead and move and keep in that same stance, but now what I wanna do is I wanna rotate through the hips, right? So we're gonna go hip circles from this position. Try to keep the athlete in a stable position with the lower back. So what I tell them to do is imagine you have a glass of water on your lower back, and I'm gonna focus on being able to move at that range of motion through my hips. So I'm gonna kick straight back. I'm gonna raise my knee as high as I can, drive it towards my elbow, rotate, circle through, and I'm gonna go 5 of those in this direction. Then I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna drive that knee up as high as I can, drive it out and extend it, creating the biggest circle I can with my knee, right? We're gonna go 5 each direction. That's 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Then from there, we're gonna go straight down into our chest. This one is going to be the scorpion. So the athlete is gonna go down onto their chest. They're gonna put their palms facing the ground. From this position right here, I'm gonna cross over my leg. I'm gonna try to reach my big toe to my opposite hand. Now the down leg wants to stay strong and long as you can, right? Try not to let it curl over. You wanna try to keep it there and try to reach for that hand with the opposite leg. We're gonna go 10 each side here. From here, we're gonna go onto our back and we're gonna do iron cross. So we're just gonna flip it. Long leg, palms facing down. We're gonna go opposite to opposite and try to reach as far as we possibly can, getting that big toe to the hand, 10 each side. And then finally, we're gonna finish with the spine. So we're gonna go T-spine open books. There's a couple ways you could do this, right? What I like to do is I like to cross that leg over. If you don't have the mobility, you could go 90 degrees at the knee. If you do, you could go ahead and kick that out, keep that straight. Athlete's gonna have the hands together. Now from here in this position, all I wanna do is I wanna have them reach back, try to get their hand flat to the ground, try to get their shoulder to touch the ground, and we're gonna go 10 each side here. And that's gonna complete your 5-minute mobility routine. Very simple. This kind of covers everything you need as far as the lower body goes. It's something that we incorporate, sprinkle these in immediately after our dynamic warm-up. Hope that helps. See you guys next time.